How come some videos get millions of likes and views while some don't get noticed at all? What if I told you that there's a way to trick people into clicking on your videos? Sounds impossible, right? Through my research, I have uncovered a list of secret things that every single content creator uses to make their videos absolutely massive. And trust me guys, these tricks aren't about deception, they're about strategy. So stick around, because by the end, you'll have some ways of getting people to click on that you never knew were even possible. Let's start with the title. Your title is the first promise that you're making to the audience. So, how do you make it impossible to ignore? Here's the secret. Create a gap in their knowledge. You always see these titles that are like, "You'll never believe what happened next," or "This simple trick saved me $1,000. These aren't just words, they're hooks. They tap into our natural curiosity. Here's how you can apply this. Start your title with a question like, "Why does no one talk about this?" Or use numbers. 3 secrets every beginner needs to know. Or top 10 things that this happened. You know, blah blah blah. The goal is just to make the viewer think, wait, what am I missing? Now, the title won't do all your bidding alone. Your thumbnail is actually what does the selling. The thumbnail is actually what grabs the viewer's attention, since when you're scrolling, there are about like 10 videos you're seeing every second. Out of those 10 videos, the viewer is unlikely to pick yours. But after I explain this, I'll tell you the secret to make them click on your video. The issue that I see most commonly is that new creators aren't using this tip. Take a look around you. You spot a couple of different things. The average person just sees a bunch of videos, but a seasoned creator can instantly figure out who is new and who knows what they're doing. For example, all these videos are carefully made with intention. This gives your viewer a reason to watch your video. The more reasons that you can offer, the more likely that your video will win the battle between everyone else on the feed. Let's take a closer look on just one bad thumbnail and title. We can call this a set. Now, I'm not saying that they're necessarily bad, since obviously it worked for them. But if you're just starting out, you might not have this luck, and you'll need to make your thumbnail as best as possible to make sure you get monetized as soon as you can. As you can see, the thumbnail is just restating what the title says. So basically, this is how our brain comprehends this set. Now, what's the issue? Is something you may be asking. Well, it's too slow. There's only one reason to click on the video. Mr. Beast, who we all know very well, can be seen with a shocked look. Someone is even falling in the background, and there's a huge pile of cash that people are trying to climb on top to be number 1. This is an example of a good set. You can count up to 3 reasons from a 1-second glance on why this video would be interesting, along with the color choice, but that's a topic for another video. Your thumbnail is your silent salesman. It's what grabs the attention when you're competing with dozens of other creators trying to do the same thing as you, and you need to do better than them. Now, the secret, as I was saying earlier, is you just need to tell your thumbnail as a story, but the story is just one image. Let's look close at this one from Ryan Trahan. A close-up of his face, a single object in his hand, and bold, contrasting text. It immediately asks a question without saying it outright. What's going on here? Remember, your thumbnail and title should work together, not repeat each other. If your title says, "I survived 24 hours in the desert," your thumbnail should show you sweating in a barren landscape, not the words, "24 hours in the desert." Keep it visual. Emotion is a powerful driver when it comes to media, whether it's curiosity, fear, sadness, or even something basic like the fear of missing out. Your videos need to promise an emotional payout. Think about someone like Mr. Beast. Those wide-eyed expressions, the piles of cash, or the dramatic setups. They make you feel like something huge is about to happen, and you absolutely don't want to miss it. Otherwise, people are going to be talking about it, and you'll have no idea what's going on. That's what you want your audience to think. If your audience feels like they need to see your video, that's how you know they'll click on it, get what they want, and they'll maybe even come back for another video or 2. And that's exactly what you need. But really, in about a minute or 2, I can explain how you can get them to watch all your videos, binge, and tell the algorithm, hey, send this out to 1,000 more people. Shh, don't tell anybody. But here is the ethical part. As I mentioned earlier, your video needs to have the payout that it promised. For example, if your video shows like something blowing out, trains crashing into each other, you can't just start off the video with like some cats or like a dog or car just driving on the street. You need to show show them what blows up, give a little bit of story, and keep the video going that way. Basically stating, if you're promising an insane story or a huge reveal, you better deliver. Viewers hate feeling tricked. You can trick them, you just gotta make sure that they don't know. This isn't about deception, as I said earlier. I'm just using the word trick loosely here. And clickbait that doesn't pay off will actually kill your channel faster than you can even imagine it reaching 1 million. I actually stopped recording the video. I spent about an hour, and here are some things I came up with, some patterns you could say to use in your next video to make sure it blows up. There's actually a psychological trick that you can use here. It's totally ethical, don't worry. You can implement this trick actually by creating a feeling of like scarcity. If your video seems rare or it's on a time limit, but you can create that feeling through many different ways. You can put in your thumbnail, this will only work in 2024 for crypto, right? There was that meme coin mumbo jumbo that was just going on. People made hundreds of thousands of dollars. People saw this and they're like, oh my, it's not gonna last for long. I need to learn how to do this. I need to put my money in this. I need to view how to do it. That created that feeling of call to action. I need to go do this right now or else it's over. I can't do it again. It won't work. I need to get rich right now. This is a good strategy. If you're making informational video, you can post top 10 tricks to use 2024 to blow up your YouTube video. Top of my head, that's an idea you can use. I noticed actually that if you use ellipses, you will gain much more attention. If you're like saying, this is what happened to me when I did this, ... Here, I'll put an example on screen. Through my experience, I've noticed that usually I get about 50% more views, 75% more views when I use that ... It creates an alluring feeling. It makes people think, what am I missing? Why do I not know what's going on? Congrats. You've made it to the last and final trick that will actually triple to quadruple any of your wildest imaginations right now. This trick actually comes from YouTube Studios, a built-in app from YouTube. You can click on it, you can download it, you can go to their website and go there and check your click-through rate. You can check the thumbnails, you can check the viewers. There's actually a secret setting. So first you can click on audience, and then you can go through channels they watched, videos they watched, and that's your inspiration right there. That's how you make these ideas, and if people are watching that, why won't you posting a video similar to those get views as well? So I actually have some homework for you guys. I know. Take out a notebook, one of these things here. Take out a notebook, take your most handy dandy pen, and start brainstorming ideas. Create a box and just outline what you want your thumbnail to be. Make sure you make some images pop. Like if you look through most videos, you see that wide expressions, you see all these crazy things, they actually gain more attention, unless that's not the vibe you're going for. If you're an informational channel, you want success on your thumbnail. You want to show them, hey, I did this and it worked. They're not going to click on your video if they don't have any proof that it's going to work. They just want to skip past that because it's not meaningful to them. So make a list of video ideas, go through your click-throughs, go through your recommended channels, and see what your audience is actually watching. I guarantee you your next video, if you edit it properly, you make a good thumbnail, you make a good title, and you make a good intro, 100% you're gonna get a viral video. Now, if you're wondering how to make a good intro, click on this video right here, and your next video will have almost 100% retention rate.